The Nuke has beaten the Iceman. 3 of the last 4 games against him. Can he beat the freeze? Danny Noppert. In the last leg decider against Rob Owen, looked like he might throw it away against Michael van Gerwen as well. Played some of his best stuff of the weekend against MVG. He nearly let it slip through his fingers, but he got over the line. He then faced Chris Dobie, who he defeated with distinction. Can he go again against the world champion, Paul Nicholson?
You do get the feeling that Luke's not going to be bothered about the fact that he's had a longer break in between games. He'll just chill out, take it easy and wait for his chance. Which means he's had the chance to conserve energy, whereas Noppy has been tested on the stage already in the heat tonight. And I look at his semi-final record.
85.
He's played 8 of them before, but only won 2. And he hasn't made a final since 2022. So he is a little bit up against it in this semi-final, but sometimes when people back against Danny, he can find a performance, just like what we've seen from Nico Springer.
58.
He's going to have to find a performance for the first time against Luke Littler, because he's never beaten him. 3 games played, 3-0 Littler. Admittedly, they've not faced off yet this year. Their last game was February 2024, so a while ago.
94.
I don't think many people have got a good record against Luke. And I think even though he's not scared of Humphries, the world number 1,
59.
there's a small part of Littler thinking, well, if Humphries isn't in it, it might be a little bit easier for him to get his first Hungarian darts trophy. But he will be paying attention to what he's seen. Looking at the monitors in the practice room, just seeing what people are doing and readying himself mentally for what he has to do tonight to get more European Tour success.
98. Luke, you require 40.
Well, there will be a new name on the trophy in 2025. That name could well be Luke Littler. But he can't get his first leg on the board on his own throw.
We've seen multiple 140 finishes in this tournament. One of them came from Littler. The other one from Rob Cross. Not this time for Danny.
20.
Taking him a little bit of time to get going here.
15. Danny, you require 40.
Starting to get this reputation as a bit of a slow starter. But a great finisher.
Game shot the first leg.
He is 1-0 down. But when he goes down, it's almost as if to say he's down but never out. That match play that he won in the summer, people are going to remember it as a bunch of great performances from behind.
56.
Losing the first 5-leg session by whatever score, and then he'd say, right, I'll switch on to the next one then.
96.
People thought they had him in trouble, and he was just laughing.
Well, he doesn't have the luxury of a break here, does he? The race to 7.
6.
And Danny Noppert has the first leg of the semi-final, and it was against the darts. It's not going to worry Luke Littler.
94.
But he's not exactly been tested, the Nuke. Joe Cullen lost 6-1 to Littler and didn't really turn up. Not the best version of Joe Cullen. But Luke was 75% on the doubles against Martin Schindler. Didn't really have to speed into top gear. Shindy had a bit of an off day. And he didn't even need to face Gerwin Price because he pulled out. So can Noppert do what the previous 2 opponents have not been able to do in Budapest this weekend to Luke Littler and challenge him?
He'd never lost a quarter-final anyway. So maybe the deck was stacked against Price because he hasn't had a good time against Luke recently. And Littler doesn't seem to lose quarter-finals on the European Tour. Good thinking from Danny.
76.
Sometimes you can get lost in trying to hit treble 20s and forget about what your score is.
Games on the second leg.
Littler's
Third
slow
leg,
start is
Luke
over.
to throw first.
That was a 14 darter, so watch him go now.
Missed 6 at double in the first leg, including tops and 10s and 5s.
One.
No such problems in leg number 2.
Earlier on today, I was saying that the Premier League players from 2025 look like they're going to have a good day. There's only one left.
96.
That's the guy in purple and yellow. Josh Rocker's got 1 of these
54.
titles from last year. Littler's got 4 now. Springer and Noppert left, who are desperate for this to be their day.
60.
But this has been a weird tournament at times, a wonderful tournament at times. But there's something in the air, and it's not humidity.
One.
It's the expectation that we haven't seen the best part of it yet.
One.
Well, there are so many gripping narratives on the European Tour. And what we've just seen from Nico Springer
39.
is one of those. A real battle between Nico and Luke Humphries.
130.
We'll get on to Nico Springer in the next semi-final, but he might be doing something here in Hungary that is scaring the living daylights out of Christopher
94.
Ratajski and William
And
O'Connor.
you're going 115.
We'll get on to that. These two players haven't got any worries about going to Leicester at the start of October, because they're definitely going.
59. Luke, you're going 114.
Now, Littler's got options on 114. Now, 45 bull is an option. He thinks very laterally.
54. Danny, you require
He's not a stubborn
56.
player. He likes open beds.
Danny Noppert had 2
You
open beds to
require
jump
60.
into. Missed them both.
That's one way to do it.
Oof.
Double 5.
55.
Oh, that was all sorts of
And
crazy,
you
wasn't it?
require
He's had
10.
so many troubles on a 60 checkout in this tournament.
Nervy start.
Yeah, it's on the third leg.
Might pull him together a little bit. Danny Noppert
Fourth leg, Danny to throw first.
is back in front.
Yeah.
It's another breaker throw. We've had 3 on the spin. And Luke Littler unable to pin the outshot he needs, but we saw him do this
56.
earlier on in the tournament. It is quite a mild-mannered audience here in Budapest. And maybe that's slightly jarring. Not
99.
necessarily a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. The respect on show for every single player has been unbelievable.
Well, they might be a little bit on the downturn because of what happened with
123.
Springer and Humphries, because they were very involved in that game.
Or maybe Luke is just trying to inject something
90.
into the atmosphere by going the way he did just go. I mean, he tried to do something earlier on where he was on 182. He hit a 180 to try and double 1. It was yesterday against
59.
Joe Cullen.
Sometimes it can be shell-shocking that you are indeed in an atmosphere like this.
47.
Some people love it. Some people think, well, please give me some fuel. I mean, even from 312 there, Littler was thinking bull first. You might think that's showmanship. It actually
93.
makes sense, because 145 leaves a finish.
95.
Well, okay.
And you require
Might be about to get a big
107.
fish, but from who?
Not from Danny Noppert. First dart was good.
98.
Second
Luke
dart, not so.
170.
He's made this his own. 170. 170 incoming.
145.
Just misses.
Put
Just
that
misses.
rod away.
72.
He was already thinking about the celebration. It was very close. He might be 3-1 down.
Yeah, so the fourth leg,
Danny Noppert, if you'd have told him after 4 legs in this semi-final that he'd be averaging 76, he'd say, am I 4-0 down? He's not. He's leading by 2.
58.
Said someone probably needs to challenge Luke Littler.
140.
Luke Littler is challenging himself here.
He doesn't look that stressed.
96.
Does he ever?
Sometimes he shows a facial expression or two, one of, I don't like this situation. He doesn't look stressed because he believes in himself that he can get out of this. But if Noppert does find some of the vintage stuff we've seen from him at times in this tournament,
92.
you just wonder if Littler's left himself with too much to do. Now, 3-1 down, you think, that's okay, we can get through that. 4-1 down, the clock starts to tick.
65.
This could be a big swing leg.
180.
Is it going to be a 3-leg cushion?
16.
Or 1 leg between them? Double top. It was almost double 1.
96. Luke Littler 75.
For a hold. And he gets the hold.
Danny to throw first.
Oh, Luke's 2 legs in this game have been 76 in 14 darts and then 75 outshot for a 15 darter. Everything else has been, well, for his high standards, pretty mediocre. But it's now 3-2.
140.
He's the only person in the world who goes 45-30 on 75. He's actually got
58.
people around the world trying some of his routes. So 141, treble 20, treble 17, double 15. And the 15 bed is probably
45.
the most fashionable bed in the sport right now, courtesy of this guy. I was recently watching some darts from Africa,
96.
and some of the younger players over there are doing what he does. He's a trendsetter. It might not make sense to a lot of old school guys like ourselves, but Littler's the trendsetter and people are trying what he does. Because when he does things like that, they think, well, it works.
30.
I think people are taking that on to the extent that they're even trying things like the shoes.
Yeah, but Littler wasn't the first person to try the shoes, inverted commas. That was Aspinall. So Littler followed Aspinall and then everybody's followed Littler. But nobody's had a pair of shoes like Stephen Bunting has had in this tournament.
139.
His shoes were spiky.
Danny 170.
This would be a spiky finish. Just lay up, Danny. Lay up, Danny. Okay, don't. You're the boss.
$89. Danny, you require 25.
This worked really well against Van Gerwen. Not so much now.
You require 89.
How does Littler find his way through this one? Bullseye.
60.
Doesn't save him this time. It saved him against Cullen. And it did save him this afternoon on a key shot. Does Danny convert? He does indeed. And it's a 20 darter. This game is a bit like the UK Open final that Noppert won. Same sort of average. Low to mid 80s.
Well, Luke Littler's only averaging in the mid 80s himself. Only 1 maximum. We're into the 7th leg. And that is unusual to say that about Luke Littler.
31.
His scoring is almost always there. We're going to see a second. We're not.
Sometimes,
95.
Niall, we do focus a lot on the left-hand side of our screens here by looking at what the players are hitting. Every now and again in a game like this, you've got to pay attention to the expression of the player. If you watch Littler from about 3 legs ago, he looked dead relaxed. Now that frown has returned.
57.
Now he knows he's going to have to turn it on, otherwise this is going to be his 3rd loss in a European Tour semi-final. He might only be very young,
1.
but he knows the important points in a match like this, where he really needs to start turning up.
1.
Well, he is down to an outshot first. Danny Noppert's going to be down to a better one.
140. Liquid 149.
1 down, but not 2 down.
109.
This is a monstrous
Daniel
checkout.
64.
Well, he is 2 legs down, Luke Littler. He might be 3 legs down after this.
20.
Not to be for Danny Noppert.
What a massive chance that was.
Huge moment in this semi-final. Huge moment.
And
And it's the moment that Luke Littler seizes with both hands.
I don't think this is the kind of game that Littler enjoys. It's a little bit slower than usual. He'd rather whiz around the stage. Things might be speeding up. Oh, here we go. Give those darts fans sore shoulders from lifting those cards. We've been begging for a 9-darter in this tournament. The fans have been begging for one as well.
140.
Getting in this leg.
I'm laughing off the mic because I'm thinking to myself, how has he got that in there? He can do things with a dart that only David Copperfield can do with a magic wand.
Well, 3 9-dart legs
56.
in this
And here
tournament
requires
last year. We
65.
haven't seen one in 2025. Danny Noppert isn't too bothered about that because he's got eyes on top and he's got eyes. The spot in the final is now just 2 legs away.
Yeah, that's the best leg of the match by 3 darts.
Just look at that. Danny Noppert, we said that the opponents that Luke Littler have faced haven't really exercised him, but Danny Noppert has won legs in 19, 21, 20 darts. And as you say, that 11-darter, his best of the match so far. But the fact that he's been able to win 3 legs in 19 darts or more is maybe somewhat of a concern.
Now Littler's very happy about the fact that it's a longer format than the semi-finals. He can still afford to lose 1 leg.
58.
If there's an ideal time to lose that leg, it's when he's at 5-5.
100.
That's been a great part of this tournament. Loads of young people enjoying these world-class dart players. But their hero could be on the ropes in the next 10 minutes.
97.
There are people in this audience. Yes,
32.
but he could be closer to going out here.
32.
Celebratory mood for Noppert. Bit of popping the cork. Oh boy, double 16. He's not through yet. But that is one of the best 15 darts of the tournament. He could have fit another 4 darts in that bullseye. No celebration from Danny because now he's got his sights set in the final.
Get the flutes out if you're a Danny Noppert fan.
140.
The champagne flowing. Absolutely monstrous
96.
from Danny Noppert. Come plus finish of the tournament.
Talk about timing.
91.
I mean, if he'd got it with his 7th leg, I mean, it would have been a little bit more pertinent, but seriously.
96.
There are checkouts, and then there are checkouts like that. That one's got a special place in the heart of many a dart player.
39.
Look at that.
64.
But is it too little too late for Luke Littler?
If you were in this situation and you needed to send someone in off the bench, 3 behind, needing 4 straight legs, who are you going to ask? More than likely someone from the top 2 in the world. Like this guy, who's found a top plus checker himself. And that's only his 2nd of the tournament. Things are getting very interesting now. There's a phrase in this sport called setting the tone. When somebody does something big, all of a sudden, things start to happen from both of them.
The finish was sweet. The setup was sensational. Has Luke Littler left his best till last? He's still got plenty of uphill climbing to do.
Think about it this way. Danny is 6 from 15 on the doubles in this match. Remember that number, 15 darts at a double.
96.
Littler's the kind of guy that if he switches on from here, that might be all that Danny gets.
140.
If you keep your opponent away from a match dart, you win. That's what about 6 minutes. I can win this 7-6.
Well, listen, Littler has improved his average by 10 points in the last couple of legs. Can he improve his doubling? He did in the last leg. Can he do it in this leg? He's missed.
27.
But it's not too much of a concern yet. Danny Noppert unable to check out. Checking out has been Luke Littler's problem. 13 missed darts at double in the game. Make that 14.
15.
Well.
Danny requires
Maybe
7.
the charge is over. Danny should get a match dart. 2 if he needs them. Double 10.
Game shot.
Noppert takes out the highest ranked player left in this Hungarian darts trophy. And he's going to grace the final to try and get his first European Tour success. Littler was just about to make this interesting, but he paid the price for a slow start. Danny has not been in a final on the European Tour since the end of May 2022, when he beat Callan Rids in a semi-final at the Dutch Darts Championship. He would ultimately lose to Michael Smith. Smithy's not here, Littler's not here, but Danny remains.